How to set up the anticipation scans. Anticipation is the main method, which is basically currently which I am using because it gives you very low risk entry points and it allows you to plan your trade. So how do you set up those scans? I have given you a document which shows you how to set it up, but like there's a lot of confusion and I've been like answering a lot of emails. So this video will show you how to do it step by step. So in order to first do anticipation scan, you need to have set up a watch list called universe. So we'll go to this and we'll set up a watch list called universe, and because I already have a universe watch list, I want to give this a different name because I don't want my scans to be all corrupted with this. So you have a watch list called universe now, which is blank currently. There's nothing in it. So in this particular watch list, what you're going to do is you go and look at US stocks. So there are 4,887 stocks. So you copy all 487 stocks to this universe watch list. Okay. And then you take all the ETFs and copy them to the universe watch list. So universe watch list has that, and then you take all of American depository receipts and copy them to the universe watch list. So this way what has happened is that you are going to be running only one scan. You're not going to run different scan on the Chinese stock. Otherwise, you will not see some of the Chinese stocks or the Brazilian stocks or the other stocks from other countries in your scan, and then you start wondering, oh, why is not my scan showing this particular stock? Now all this is in one watch list now, which is called universe. Okay, now this particular watch list, once you clear all the flags, you sort it by anything which has got 2 days data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort it by DT, and somebody will ask me what is DT. So let's look at what is DT. DT is basically C by mean low 252. So you have to understand, in telechart, something which has 252 days data in its calculation needs to have 252 days data to show the value. So in this particular case, because once you sort it by it, anything which doesn't have 252 days data will show up like at the end. Like if you see here, so this particular stock doesn't have 252 days data. So all these stocks, because it is an IPO, right? So you flag all these symbols below this. Okay, so you have 633 symbols. Okay, so copy all these, copy flag 693 to a new watch list and call it IPO. So now you have two watch lists. Okay, be very clear about this because then I see so much confusion about this. So you have one watch list which is IPO, which has 693 candidates. These are all stocks which had IPO'd in the last 1 year. They have 252 days or less data. Okay, so as a result of that, you have segregated the list. You can run anticipation scan on this, and the reason to do that is because when you use any condition, like when you use a condition like TI 65, it requires 65 days data. So if it is an IPO and if it doesn't have 65 days data, it will not show up in your scan. So that is why you need to do this. So now we are going to start setting up the scan, and for this, use the document called Anticipation Setup Scans Bullish and Bearish version 1.4, which is under the blog tab line. So the first scan in that is basically bullish anticipation scan. So we'll set up a bullish anticipation scan. So in order to set up a bullish anticipation scan, always like in order to set up a scan, you go on this new scan, and once you have this, now list to scan. Obviously we don't want to list S&P. Okay, a lot of time like people send me, I only get 4 stocks. Obviously you're getting 4 stocks because you are running your scans on S&P. Okay, so you change this to the list which we have created, which is the universe. Okay, so your list is now set to universe. Now the first condition which we are going to put is liquidity. Okay, so you can call this XXX, whatever you want to call it, liquidity. I already have all these scans. Okay, I'm just doing this for showing you people how to do it. Okay, mean V 3.1 is greater than or equal to 100,000. So what does this mean? Look, and the stock has traded at least 100,000 shares in the last 3 days. So that's the first condition. Next condition is TI65. So write new formula again. Average C, call it like all these I'm going to put it under XXX, TI65, so that I can delete them later. Average C 7 by average C 65 is what you put in here. Okay. Now you just put this, and when you try and save, it will say it is not a valid value symbol. So would you like to change it to a value? No. So it will just save greater than 1.04. Okay. So you have this now, which is greater than 1.04. Now the next condition is price percent change today. In order to find that condition, you just like search for it, price percent. Okay. So you see here price percent change today. So you put this condition. Now in this, again remember, here you are going to change this to between, is between. Okay. Many of you don't remember this thing, and then like remember that. Look, and what I did is I went here and changed this to between. Okay. And minimum is minus 1%. Okay. And max is 1%. Okay. So once you set up this, what it does is you have this condition, price percent change today between -1. The next condition which you're going to have is the price net change. In order to set price net change, what you do is you search for price. So you have price as a condition. When you put that, it will say price history. Okay. Now indicator price history. Not so what we want is we want net change. Okay. See here, net change between. So net change is between. Now here remember we are talking about minus 0.4. Some of you have put like -4 and +4, and then you're asking me, look, and I'm not getting the candidate which you're getting. Obviously you're doing wrong things. Okay. So it's 0.4. Okay. And minus 0.4. So once you put this condition, your universe, your liquidity, your TI65, your price percent change between -1 and 1%. So the stock had to move up between -1 and 1%, but in terms of like absolute change, it was up or down less than 40 cents. Okay, that's what you're getting. And then I add a condition which is price. Again, you're looking for price. So you'll go to here price and greater than 3. So that way you're not looking at very low price stocks. So when you apply all these conditions on the universe, okay, which is liquidity is true, TI65 by 1.04, price percent change between -1 and 1%, and price history is between -0.4 and +0.4, what you will get is you'll get 241 stocks. Okay, and this is how you set up this scan, and then you save this scan as whatever you want to save it, like an XXX and bullish. Okay, so this one is the one which is shown at bullish anticipation scan. What is the next one? Bullish anticipation IPO. So now again we come here. Now what is the list which you are going to sort this on? Scan this on? Obviously you are going to scan it on IPO, because that's what we are looking at. So you have an IPO watch list now here. So now you add the same condition, like you add condition to it. What is the condition which you need to add? First condition which you need to add is liquidity. So look for XXX. It doesn't have that condition. So anyway, it doesn't matter. You can write that condition, write new formula. Okay. What is that formula? Mean V 3.1 is greater than or equal to 100,000. Okay. So that's the liquidity condition. Next condition is what? Price percent change. So how do you find price percent change? Obviously these are IPOs, so you're not going to be using TI65 condition on it. So price percent change today. Then between is between, and -1% and 1%. Okay, you set it up. Next condition is what? Price net change. Price net change, you search for price and when you search for price, you change it to net change between minus 0.4, okay, and plus 0.4. Okay, add condition. You want price above 3, so price is greater than 3, and once you run it on IPOs, you're getting 44 candidates. So you save this as your XXX and IPO bullish. So you are set up 2 scans. Okay, what is the next thing? Next thing is you set up a bearish anticipation scan. To set up a bearish anticipation scan, the same thing. You go to here. Now you're going to run this on the complete universe. So again, you go to universe. What is your first condition? Liquidity. For liquidity, on the bearish side, we are going to use a higher liquidity. So mean V 3.1 is greater than or equal to 300,000. Okay, so your condition is there. Next condition, TI 65. So write a new formula. Average C7 by average C65. Okay, yes, is less than. Okay, and that's 0.95. Okay, what is the next condition? Is this condition of price percent change. Price percent change today is between -1% and +1%. Okay, next condition is the net change. For that, you go and search for price. So you have price, then what you look for is net change, and net change is between -0.4 and +0.4. Okay, and then you're looking for a price above 15. So price is greater than 15. Okay, so all this is there. So once you run this particular thing, you're getting stocks which are downtrending and which are meeting your anticipation condition. So you save that as whatever you want to call it, XXX and bearish. So this is the scan which is there under bearish anticipation scan in your document. Now there is additional scan which I have shared, which is optional. You don't need to do it. This is for only those who have larger account. You can do this. Now in order to set up that is for bullish and bearish $39 plus. So in order to do that, again, what is the list we are going to use? We're going to use universe. Okay, what is the condition we are going to use? We're going to use a condition, add condition, which is liquidity, and liquidity condition which we are looking at. So we just add condition. We'll write a new formula. Mean V 3.1 is greater than or equal to 300,000. Okay, add condition, price percent change. Today is between -1 and 1%. Okay, next condition is net change, price net change. So for that, what you do is price. So you get price and look for net change between -0.4 and +0.4. Okay, and in this condition we are going to add another condition which is like price. Okay, price, the price is greater than 39. Okay, now what happens is that when you did your anticipation bullish scan or bearish scan, these stocks about 39 will come in them also. So you want to only look at stocks which didn't show up in those 2 scans. So in order to do that, we look at TI 65. Okay, and is between Okay, we want to find candidates which have like basically minimum of 0.95, because anything with less than 0.95 will be in the bearish scan, which will show up, and above 1.05. Okay, and here you have a scan, so you're getting 225 stocks in that, and all of them will be priced above 39, and they will be either bullish or bearish. This is an additional scan which is for people who have larger account. You don't necessarily need to do it. You can just run the earlier scan and do it. So ANDS 39 plus, and all the scans which I put in that document, I set up all of them now. Okay, so this is how you set up all your scans. Once you set it up is when you can start finding the same candidate as other people are finding. This is the first step. I hope this video will help you in setting up your anticipation scans without any difficulty.